Crisis Actor here, aka Scott, and we have a picture here sent in from a subscriber, and she's interested in having me look at this object here. And I'll just read what she wrote. I accidentally found you on YouTube researching Nibiru. I wondered if you could take a look at some of these photos that I have recently taken. About a month ago in Australia, in an extremely remote little town in the desert, I was outside when I noticed that there were two jets flying overhead. This isn't unusual, as where I live there's a lot of international flights that have to cross, but these two jets were just acting weird. Before a start, they were leaving vapor trails that didn't disappear, aka chemtrails, and stayed in the sky and spread out, and they also crossed paths with the cross section being right by the sun. Something didn't feel right, so I started taking the photos, and some of them have some anomalies, and I would like you to just take a look at them and give me your opinion. You're welcome to use them. In your one photo that appears to be a rod-shaped UFO, I have seen plenty of UFOs in my life, but never a rod one, so I researched it somewhat and found a photo of an identical one allegedly taken from the ISS. I'll send you everything I have with anomalies and would really love to know your thoughts. The first three attachments are of the UFOs. The original, then the one I cropped, then the one with colors inverted, so I can compare to ISS capture. Looks pretty similar. I'm curious as to why it was there, as the jets were flying around leaving their sky-blocking vapors. I feel like it was a sign just for me and that I am on the right track. The last image is one with an anomaly of a planet kind. At first I thought it was a sun flare, but if you dull it down significantly, it shows a ton of craters in a very planet shape. And what convinced me I might be right is it is behind the vapor trail. I thought a sun flare would be in front. Please correct me if I am wrong. No, you were absolutely right. And so this object here is definitely a UFO. And we will zoom out on this thing as much as I can. And I will pull out my cool magnifying glass and show you this. This is a great capture. Alright, so now we'll progress forward. This is her inverted version of it. Very cool. And then she got this one from a Secure Team video, and it looks pretty much like the same kind of thing. Very cool, very cool. Alright, so let's see what you got in terms of planets and whatnot. Okay, well, you got two very cool things here. You got this object here, and then you got this one here. And whenever we can find these chemtrails or vapor trails, whatever you want to call them, I'm kind of laughing. It's kind of cute that, you know, she says that they are vapor trails and all that. These are nasty chemicals is what they really are. And so anyway, we're going to take a closer look at this and see if those are in front or in back. And then as for this little guy here, this is probably just some type of moon object. It's certainly smaller than some of the bigger objects that we often see. And here's this object that is clearly an object. So why don't we take a closer look at these things. Okay, so this is the first image, and what we're looking for is to see whether or not a lens flare would be on the front side of the chemtrails. So it's kind of hard to tell right now because, well, the chemtrails are made to obfuscate and blend in, but when we do this with it, yeah, got yourself a planet. Nice job. There it is. There's the AT&T globe on its side. Yep. And then the other smaller object, I enhanced it a little bit, and yes, you also caught another object. Well done. Thank you very much for sending those in, and I'm sure all the viewers would appreciate them as well. This person wanted to remain anonymous, so it is just our friend from Australia. Okay, these photographs were sent to me, and these are from California, looking due east at about 6:08 a.m. And I know he's got stuff on his windshield, but there's still a lot that can be told by this. Now, the first thing that stands out for me is how well lit the sky is here for the sun just, you know, allegedly being right there. It doesn't seem to coincide. And then if we zoom in on this, what you're going to see is that it's octagonal. And what's also interesting is that on the bug stuff here, you're getting octagonal reflections off of this thing. So this is the sun simulator. And you know, this light is not from the simulator. This is coming up at about the same time to try and obfuscate whatever else may rise up here. And let's progress forward. You know, from it, when you're way far away, you can't see that octagonal shape. But when we really zoom in on these things, the truth will be told. And right there, put the magnifying glass on it. That is not a round sun. That is a sun simulator. Yes, indeed. I know it sounds bizarre if you haven't heard it yet, but go to Jeff P's channel. He talks all about it. He is the Sun Simulator Pro. And once again, an octagonal sunrise. Never in my 55 years have I seen an octagonal sunrise. Yeah, nice try, guys, but it's not going to work. We got you. So, there you have it. Thank you for sending those in. From Australia to California to Alaska. Here we are at Hyder, looking to the south at 5:35 p.m. Here's our object. And just so you know, a lens flare moves in the opposite direction of the object, not in the same direction as the sun. So that eliminates the lens flare shell theory and leaves only one explanation. What you see is really there. still in Alaska at 4:49 p.m. Looking to the northwest, we have this object. So we have multiple large objects that are right here. And, you know, perhaps these things have just always been in our skies and we just never really looked for them. And, you know, that the balance of things, we just don't really understand. We've been lied to so badly. We just don't understand this. And yeah, you guys, this thing with the solar eclipse is the most bizarre thing, and I encourage you to check out some videos on it. It just doesn't make any sense that you would have a eclipse or a completely dark area 70 miles wide going west to east. When you got the Earth spinning and the moon and the sun going in the same direction, it just doesn't make any sense. Absolutely no sense whatsoever. Shadows are always bigger than their objects. So, I mean, that would essentially mean that the moon would only be 70 miles across. That's if it wasn't even really casting a shadow. I mean, it just does not make any sense. So give that some thought, because I think if we can figure that out, we can figure out a lot of stuff. Anyway, I think that's enough for tonight. Have a great day tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.